round 9 of the 2012 FF1M Championship comes to you from Great Britain and the Silverstone circuit.
Is that AJ's house?
I'd be pretty worried about that. 2 commentators this time round, like in Austria.
There we are.
And there's a couple of sheep. Let's hope they don't invade the circuit. Last time out in Austria, it was Fernando Alonso who took his first win of the season, and Willow's first ever win. Well done to them. Their win moves them up to what should actually be 3rd in the Constructors' Championship, because Alonso's had a 1st and 2nd, whereas FGR's best results have been a 1st and 3rd, so Willows should be ahead. But it's Lewis Hamilton ahead of the championship at the moment, having come home in 2nd, ahead of 3rd place Nico Rosberg, and Rosberg 4 points behind Hamilton. Vettel 3rd from Alonso, Grosjean and Kubica, and it's Tornado who lead by 6 points over Sean Connery Motors. Although this is 2012, we're using the 1993 layout of Silverstone. This includes a very weirdly shaped Stowe, flat-out Abbey and double Luffield. Makes a difference in 2005, which used the 2010 version of Silverstone. 59 laps, 2 stops expected, and will Sebastian Vettel be able to repeat his 2011 win with Shake and Bake? That's to date your last win.
Yeah, I won't count on it.
Well, you never know actually, because rain affected qualifying, and we see a bit of a mixed up grid.
Oh, yes.
And it's pole position for Daniel Ricciardo in the Tornado, and it's Bruno Senna who joins him on the front row. Maldonado 3rd. Yep. Rosberg in 4th. So, and believe it or not, the highest Brit is Jenson Button in 8th position. Hamilton is way down in 16th.
Oh, well, this could be interesting then.
Yes, it should be a pretty good race. Austria's winner Fernando Alonso starts 5th ahead of Kimi Raikkonen. Multiple race winner at Silverstone actually, back in the old Maestro Motorsport days.
Still haven't seen one of my guys yet.
Your highest is in 14th.
Yay.
Joining you is Adrian Suttle on that 7th row. There's Hamilton behind Robert Wickens. Basically, it started off fairly dry and then it got wet pretty quickly, meaning that everyone's fastest laps were set on their first laps.
Right, okay.
And that did not help Lewis Hamilton or Sebastian Vettel, 16th and 18th. Should be fun watching them fight through the field.
Or Hamilton fighting through the field.
No change for Mitchell, and there's some rumours going round about Mitchell in that one of the drivers, well, I'll get into that in a moment, because it's green, and it looks as if it's a good start for Daniel Ricciardo. It's a good start for Maldonado and Alonso, both Willows getting away very well. They are 2nd and 3rd, good start. But it's Daniel Ricciardo who leads as they go through Maggots and Beckett's. There is Jaime Alguersuari going through in last position, some 21 places behind Ricciardo as they go onto the Hangar Straight. And, Alonso is challenging Maldonado into Stowe, and there's a big traffic jam behind. It's nearly 3 wide between both Pedersens, Rosberg and Raikkonen. And it goes to Senna at the moment. He's in 4th, Rosberg 5th, and there's Kobayashi being challenged by Raikkonen. And coming through Club Corner, as Perez is being overtaken around the outside, I saw there. Now then, exit of Club into the flat-out Abbey. That's a rare sight, we don't normally see that these days. And Maldonado looking quite menacing. Is he going to challenge going into Priory? Not close enough. Quite quick, this section of Priory in Brooklands.
I like this layout.
It's pretty good, yeah. They raced it in the early 90s in F1. Double Luffield, kind of like a go-kart track with like corner after corner. It's not bad. End of lap 1, and it's Daniel Ricciardo who leads from Pastor Maldonado. But it's Fernando Alonso who's the fastest on that first lap. He is just 0.2 of a second behind Maldonado. Nearly side by side as they go into Maggots. That is a pretty close one. He's still side by side. As they exit Beckett's through the left at Chapel, which is not really a corner. Now onto the Hangar Straight. And Rosberg trying to get up alongside Senna for 4th position, and Raikkonen alongside Kobayashi as they're going to Stowe. And breathe.
Yeah. got his way through there. Oh, what's going on here?
Is Rosberg nudging at the back of Senna and just about holding on to it. Raikkonen did get ahead of Kobayashi as they went through Stir. So it's Raikkonen on the move. Di Grassi in 8th position. Where did he start on the grid? He was 9th, so that's an overall gain of 1. Ooh, Grosjean and Hamilton going at it for 12th position. He's gained quite a few positions as the Tornado driver. And trying to go around the outside of a GRM into Priory. Well, that's not going to work.
Just trying to keep track of what's going on here, actually.
Mitchell news. There's rumours going round that one of their drivers might be replaced for the next race.
All right, who? And by who? Or is it just rumours?
Some rumours that Nick Heidfeld could be making a return.
Hey, quick Nick.
So this is Hamilton's first lap. He got a pretty good start and up 2 positions from his grid slot. Now what's going to happen here? So he's following Grosjean. As we go through Beckett's, there's a car. There's a big queue of cars there. But as we go back onto the leaders, and Ricciardo's opened up a bit of a lead over Alonso, who is now ahead of Maldonado. I don't think we saw that. Who are we on board with now? This is Grosjean. There's Hamilton trying to go around the outside of a GRM. That's not worked, and that has allowed Grosjean to get ahead of both of them. He's up to 11th position, having a much better race than in Austria, where he got put into a spin by Senna, and then got nudged by Vettel into the path of Raikkonen. Yeah. It was not funny.
We've got the Pedersen train again.
And Raikkonen has got ahead of Senna, so Kimi Raikkonen in this early stage of the race is looking pretty quick. But he has got less fuel, so he's got to make this count. And there's a big traffic jam. Suttle has just been passed by Grosjean as they go through Club Corner. And now Hamilton, who got past that GRM, I think it was Sebastian Buemi, he was higher up on the grid. And it's Hamilton versus his once best friend Adrian Suttle.
Yeah, what happened with that? Didn't Suttle get in a bar fight or something like that?
And Hamilton didn't show up in court, which is fair enough.
He was too busy working on his mixtape.
And
that was,
Button got frightened off. Oh, dearie me, who is that? It's a shake and bake that's hit the back of Button. And there's another car off as well. That's nearly flipping off the gravel. It's hard to see who it is, but I think that's Di Grassi, who's the second in the middle of this slot. It is, yes. What's happened to Di Grassi? Going in too quickly. And he was the first run off, and then it was Button. So Di Grassi tags the wall, and then the shake and bake smashes into the back of Button. Bosh.
Of course, it was Vettel, but he's only lost half a front wing after that, which is pretty impressive.
There was another driver that spun off as well, and I'm not 100% sure who that was, but here's Perez having a look at Buemi and nibbling the back of Buemi, and it'll be a while before he sees him again. That's at 13th position. So Ricciardo, we're having a look at him in the lead, going through Bridge Corner. He's gone off the track. He's gone off the track onto the grass and rejoining just about still in the lead. That's a scary moment.
Yep.
At a flat-out corner. Don't want to be going off there in the early 90s because it's pretty dangerous. I think it happened to De Cesaris one year and pretty much front-end obliterated.
Yeah, in the early 90s, the survival set was basically a bathtub, wasn't it? So.
He's just about hung on to the lead. So now he needs to rebuild this gap. What's happened to Senna? He's gone off. He's disappeared off the timing sheets. This is at Luffield. So Senna coming around the second part of Luffield. And that was just pretty careless. And we losing quite a few positions. Kobayashi, Grosjean and Hamilton. Who is going to overtake who going into Copse Corner? Grosjean versus Kobayashi. That's side by side. And I've seen Hamilton do this before at GP2, but he only took one car on this occasion. That was Grosjean. There was a double overtake going into Maggots.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
And Vettel coming in for his unscheduled pit stop to replace his front wing. So both Willows looking pretty good because they're on a heavy fuel load. That is Hamilton who's tagged the back of Whoopsie Daisy.
So, your guy spun him around for.
Yep.
For him, that was nice.
Ever the Saint Grosjean, and that's let both Pedersens off the hook. Who we're looking at? Robert Wickens, 16th.
He's
off
the only
track.
guy not to score a point this season. Doesn't look like he's going to be scoring one this race either.
Yeah, it's not done his cause any good. Now side by side, Hamilton and Kobayashi into Copse corner. Kobayashi braving out round the outside, but where's Hamilton going to go? Outside, shut the door. And this might give Grosjean an opportunity to close up on the pair of them.
I assume that Pedersen must have done a lot of quality engine testing or something like that, because like I was saying in the last one, they're always fast. They're always high up the grid, but perpetually dropping down sort of thing.
Well, the works engine, we'll get back to that in a moment, because Grosjean just got back ahead of Hamilton. Hamilton tried the outside going into Stowe, and that did not work. Quite interesting what's going on at the moment. But yeah, the works engines. It's been announced that Renault will convert from customer to works next year for whoever they supply.
Okay.
Someone's gone off at Priory. Yellow flags. So there's a couple of cars off. One of them's Raikkonen. That is Raikkonen, who has had a spin. What's happened here? He's going to just lose it, I think. Turning left, and it didn't really turn at all, to be honest.
Unlike Kimi, that.
So a bit of an error there. It'll remain to see if he's rejoined from that. And look at this three-car battle. It's still going on between Kobayashi, Grosjean and Hamilton. Hamilton once again trying the outside into Maggots, but that's not worked. Now then, what's going to happen going on to the Hangar Straight? So that error from Raikkonen has moved Rosberg up into 4th position. Senna up to 5th. Kobayashi, Grosjean and Hamilton. Hamilton trying the outside again, but that door's just going to get shut. And that's another opportunity wasted for him. And he's on a lighter fuel load as well, so he needs to make this count somehow. Braking hard into Club corner. And now the exit of Club. Camera shifts to Grosjean, also quite light on fuel. I think Willows are running a bit more fuel than Ricciardo, so they're looking quite good.
Yeah.
But everybody expected to make 2 stops. What on earth is going to happen at Bridge? Hamilton having a look, trying to frighten Grosjean. But that's not going to work as they round Priory.
To be fair, Maldonado's keeping up with Alonso.
Yeah, it's Maldonado's making use of this Willows car and a good grid slot.
We give Maldonado a lot of stick, but he's decent. Like, he's got speed.
Just wild.
He just doesn't know where and when to use it. He has speed, but he takes the same speed into every corner.
And yeah, that Spanish Grand Prix win of his.
Yeah.
When the car worked, he took a full advantage of it. Beat Alonso fair and square.
In FF1M, though, he's been far more consistent than Alonso, surprisingly.
Strangely enough, yeah. Now, where's Grosjean going to go? He's going to go for the inside line, going into Stowe. And that will be 6th position. Somebody else has gone off at Priory now. Yellow flag's quickly withdrawn. That's 6th for Grosjean. Now Hamilton's going to try and get 7th off of the Japanese driver. Is this a shake and make? That's Vettel once again. Well, at least we're not alone in having drivers spinning off at Priory.
He's not having a great season, isn't Vettel? I think the problem is we sit the driver's too low in the car. They can't actually see where they're going.
Well, even though Vettel sits 3rd in the championship, and a slow exit from Kobayashi.
Has he got a problem?
Let's find out, because Hamilton just drove past him. Side by side, Grosjean versus Senna going through Copse corner. It'll be a good one if he makes that one stick, but not quite. And more yellow flags. That's the exit. Oh, it's Wickens who's crashed out. It says engine failure, so I imagine he's pulled off right into the path of the concrete.
Yeah, always a wise move.
There's a wheel bouncing on the circuit, but it's all right. It's gone. So Wickens is one of the second retirement, I believe, because Jenson Button had that crash with Vettel through Priory. It's still Hamilton chasing. Well, he's got ahead of Kobayashi now, obviously. And now he's chasing Bruno Senna. Grosjean got ahead of Senna at some point. That probably was down at Hangar Straight. Ricciardo and once again, good exit from Luffield out for Hamilton, but he had to lift off because Senna shut the door on him. Didn't get quite as good run.
Yeah, that was a worrying how fast it is in the acceleration zone. It was pretty ridiculous.
Some good traction on that Tornado.
Yeah.
He's in a Pedersen sandwich at the moment.
I do think the Tornado's definitely the best car on the grid. Well, it seems to be at least. Seems to be the most consistent.
Yeah, I mean, both drivers are quite good.
Oh, A up.
And Kobayashi having a go back at Hamilton. Now Hamilton has got a bit of a run on Senna. Is he going to try and outbrake him into club corner? That's a close one. He couldn't quite manage that one. Now he's on the outside line. Kobayashi not close enough to take advantage of that. Onto the back straight into the flat-out Abbey corner. Into the Justice flat-out bridge. Nice to see a telemetry on board to see if they are taking it flat out. I imagine they are. Even at that high speed. And it's still Ricciardo who leads by 1.3 seconds over Alonso. Maldonado just 2.9 seconds behind Alonso. Once again, good traction out of that corner. Didn't quite get as much, which actually could help him out going into Copse corner.
This will be brave though if he does it. Which he has. Has he?
Yes, just about. Now Kobayashi's going to try and get in on the action, as Hamilton has now got to try and close up a 3.2 second gap over Grosjean.
I think he'll do that quite quickly, to be honest.
Here's Alguersuari versus one of the GRMs. I think it's Jean-Eric Verne. And now there is Mark Webber nibbling at the back of the Spaniard. Lock up there for Alguersuari, who is the top bred in a Mitchell sandwich. And here's the other shake and bake about to go off the track at Priory. And you're not looking too happy about that. That was out of 15th position.
Oh no. Race ruined. It was clearly could have done anything from 15th, but now in 16th.
Adrian Sutill's caught up to the two Pedersens now. So Senna not quick at this stage. And hanging on round the outside is Kobayashi from Suttill.
I haven't seen a lot of Suttill this season, to be fair.
No, he's had a best result of... Where is he? 5th. That was at Monaco, but he's had a few points finishes. So he's not done too badly. Ricciardo in the lead through Copse corner.
What's going to happen here?
That looks like a tricky exit, actually, from him. And he's running quite low on fuel.
Look how close Alonso is.
Yes, has Ricciardo got a problem?
Yeah.
Because that was quite sudden how... I think he just had a poor run out of Copse corner, did Ricciardo. But look at the slipstream Alonso's getting into Stowe corner. That is a lead change of the race. Fernando Alonso takes lead. Ricciardo hanging on though. Look at that, around the outside. And now he's got the inside into club, but Alonso just brakes way later.
Old Freddie Fonzo doesn't need to be asked twice.
Nope. And Ricciardo is now due into pits. So that was a bad moment for Ricciardo. Lost the lead, and he's got less fuel. But new tyres do actually work quite well.
Look at it. As they say in the pit, it's lap 1. They're running it dry this time.
Yeah, that's leaving it very dry on the fuel. How much fuel will he take on board? That's a long middle stint, 26 laps, which should take him to lap 43. 7-second pit stop. 43, early 40s, we'll call it that. Maldonado, I think, had made a pit stop as well because it was showing Rosberg in 3rd position. That's Grosjean, who has just made a pit stop as well. And he's going to go off the track. Whoa, that is going to be a big spin. Is he going to hit the wall?
No, he's alright actually.
The gravel doing a very good job of stopping him.
Yep, take note, FIA.
Gravel
runoffs back.
Gravel works, yeah. Lewis Hamilton's made a pit stop, and that's 12th position.
There we go, the... Oh, no.
They're trying the traction zone. And now he's in the slipstream of the Mitchell. That's Alguersuari into Copse corner. Now that's 10th position because somebody else was in the pits. Bruno Senna in the pits.
That was easier than taking candy off a baby with no arms.
You might have used that phrase already.
Huh?
Yeah, you might. I'll have to double check the Austrian race.
I don't think I used that last time. Did I?
Who knows? Alonso, he's trying to lap one of the Mitchells there. He's running it quite lean as well. Will he make it back to the pits? That's going to be interesting.
I'm so confused as to what's happening. Well, I'm just not used to all these cars in the positions that they are.
Well, Alonso's lapping traffic at the moment.
Yeah.
Not having a good in-lap. Rosberg in second position at the moment.
He's not pitted. Maldonado has pitted. Verne obviously hasn't pitted. Hamilton has pitted?
Has pitted, yes, as have the two Pedersens.
Right, okay.
There's Grosjean at the back of shot, so he obviously rejoined. That could have been Raikkonen as well.
Right, this is the crucial pit stop.
Somebody else was pitting. I'll have to find out who that was.
He's got 0 laps of fuel at the moment.
0 laps of fuel, so using his fuel well there is Alonso. How much will he take on board?
The lap traffic might
have given Ricciardo an opportunity. And slower pit stop as well, 1.1 seconds.
Which is faster, fresh tyres or fresh rubber?
His stop...
fresh tyres or full fuel? Something.
Fresh tyres tends to be a better advantage. Ricciardo has rejoined in the lead though, and Alonso is in second because there is a lapped car between the two of them.
I think Alonso took on a fair bit less fuel though.
Roughly the same now as Ricciardo.
Right, okay.
The recovering Grosjean looking at Senna for 6th position, and Vettel makes his first pit stop from 16th position. Still a chance of points, I reckon.
No, I don't think it was his first pit stop. I think he pitted to replace his
first scheduled pit stop. Off the track has gone Senna, so having been disappointed at being overtaken by an FJR, Senna decides that the quickest way is to spin off. A lot of drivers going off at Priory.
He got to bored of the race and decided he wanted to go to the beach instead.
These Brazilian, they do love the beaches.
Oh, have you seen that clip in the F1 review, is it, where it just cuts to the beach and a bunch of topless women?
Zandvoort, probably.
It was definitely a Brazilian one.
Probably.
Yeah,
Brazilian
I can't remember
well.
what season it was. It was like 88 or something like that.
Yeah, either 88 or 86, one of the two. Anyway, back to the action. So Kimi Raikkonen is squabbling away with the two Mitchells and getting the door shut on him by Alguersuari. Hulkenberg takes a pair of them. That's teamwork at play between the Mitchells. And Kimi Raikkonen is going to try and nibble away at the Spaniard's back. But that's not going to work. Now, attempt number 2 into Copse Corner. That was much easier. Kimi Raikkonen up to 13th position. Only had 2 points finishes this season. And they were his win at Long Beach and his 8th position at Spain. He's had a dreadful season. Through Bridge Corner is Ricciardo, 1.4 seconds ahead of Alonso. Definitely looks like a 2-horse race now between these two.
Well, I wouldn't discount Maldonado just yet. I don't think he's that... Oh, actually... No, yeah, he is quite far away.
13.8 seconds behind Ricciardo, but looking good for his first podium in a long time.
Oh, has that a podium before?
Yes, I believe he has been on the podium a couple of times already in the 2008 season with Shannon.
Yeah.
I'll have to double check that. Oh, Alonso's gone off the track at Copse Corner.
Again.
Another mistake, and he's hit the wall as well.
That's a new front wing.
That's a wheel off. He's out. Well, pushing very hard has cost Alonso dearly.
What is he doing? Like, he's having a Verstappen 2018 start of the season. It's...
I mean, he got it together in Austria.
Yeah.
But this is now, well, business as usual as far as this season goes.
Yeah.
Perez has just taken a Pedersen. That is on Senna. So obviously, both drivers having gone off, it cost Senna a lot more than it did with Perez.
Perez hasn't pitted yet, though, I don't think.
Whoa, Rosberg. That was a close
yeah.
one. Frightening the Andy Racing of Kubica. Oof. And, whoa, that was close. As they go under the bridge. So here's your new second place man, which is Maldonado, but he's got Rosberg all over him. Rosberg does need to get a move on because Lewis Hamilton is very close behind now, just 2 seconds behind his championship rival. Now that is going to be a good battle to watch.
Yep.
Trying to look there into Maggots, but that's not going to work. Rosberg still close behind as they exit Chapel. But look at Hamilton, he's closed up quite a bit. There's yellow flags down at Vale, so somebody has gone off. Will Rosberg make the overtake before the yellow flag zone? Yes, he has done. That's second position for Rosberg. Just before the yellow flag.
I'm just waiting to see one of my cars smeared across the barriers.
Somebody else has...
Some debris.
Yeah, there's debris on the track, so what's happened? Yep. It's actually one of your guys and all. So that must be... Oh, that was Ricciardo as well.
Oh.
I think that was Ricciardo. He's lost part of his front wing. Now, that makes things interesting.
Yeah, but the important question, which one of my drivers was it?
It must have been Perez, because he was squabbling with one of the Mitchells.
Right, he's going to have to... I hope...
Kobayashi's blown up as well. So it gets
brave
worse.
Marshall just absolutely legging it into the middle of the field. So is he going to fuel up till the end of the race?
Well, let's find out. Just as the race gets from bad to worse for Pedersen, it's just got bad for Ricciardo. Well, this is proving to be a very interesting race, and we've still got half distance to go. So let's keep an eye.
Only 8 laps.
Yeah, so he's trying to convert into a 3-stop strategy now. So it'll be quick at the end, and there is Perez.
Just to hinder him further, to sort of slow his exit.
Yeah.
Hadn't done enough damage yet.
Yeah, as if getting bashed into wasn't enough. Just block him at the exit. Now Rosberg's turn to negotiate the traffic. And that's a brave one. Goes to go around Maggots and Beckett's. Getting twitchy as well on the dirt.
Pasta's right in it now.
Yes, this is the battle for the lead now.
Oh, look at this.
Rosberg, Maldonado and Hamilton. Ricciardo rejoined in 4th ahead of Grosjean. And Sutter's in 6th position. How's he managed that?
And
Pasta Maldonado challenging Rosberg for the lead. But Rosberg just about hangs on. And look who's on the move. It's home hero Hamilton.
From 16th on the grid, was it?
16th on the grid. And Rosberg, he was 4th on the grid. Maldonado was 3rd on the grid. So that just puts into perspective just how quick Hamilton's been. Or how well he's negotiated the traffic in quite a good car. Meanwhile, both GRMs in the points. It's Verne in 7th and Buemi in 8th positions. They've done a good job to get there. Buemi had a good qualifying in 10th, as did Verne in 11th. So, yeah, good effort from them. Suttle as well. He was 13th on the grid. He's up to 6th. Again, the reliable German. Yet to retire from a race this season.
I feel like this is... like, real F1 where Hamilton, for whatever reason, just finds another gear when it comes to British race. How many times has he won in Silverstone?
Right, so
A lot.
2008, 2014, 15, 16 and 17, so 5 times.
Yeah, that's pretty decent. And he almost won this season as well, or last year now.
Yes, last year now. Since we are in a new year, Maldonado versus Hamilton, this could get tasty. That's a lapped Andrew F1 that is behind them. That's Kubica. Keeping up with these two, actually. Sam Bird, that's behind Kubica there. That's another British driver. So it was Button who was the highest Brit in qualifying in 8th, but obviously he had his crash near the beginning. And now it's Hamilton who is the highest Brit in the race. If he retires, then Sam Bird will be the next highest Brit.
In other news, I don't think I've seen any
What?
of my guys.
Whoa. No, that is Hamilton slowing. He had a bad exit out of Luffield, and Kubica has unlapped himself.
Probably an issue with the car then, because we know that it's good on the traction on this car.
Yeah. That was strange, that.
I don't think any of my guys have been in the points at any moment.
During this race at all.
Yeah, I guess he's alright now. He's right up behind him. Don't know what happened there.
Or is this a replay of what happened?
Oh, yeah. It is.
No, it's not a replay. He's got back ahead of Kubica.
Maybe he just drove over like a banana skin or something like in Mario. Actually, no, because that would have caused him to spin or slow down.
Yeah.
There's one in Mario that makes you slow down. What is it? Ghost?
A lot of things. I'm not actually that familiar with Mario Kart, to be honest.
You're missing out. I heard it's on Channel 5 on Saturdays.
It's on BBC now.
Oh, is it on BBC?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I need to watch it this season. The cars look good, the Formula E cars this season.
It's a good theory. It's a good series just run by an idiot.
Yeah.
And that's Hulkenberg, whose engine has blown up, so Toyota once again doing their suppliers proud.
That can be the advert for Toyota.
Just a big engine failure. Well, lawnmowers, really. The recovering Raikkonen has now got Sebastian Buemi in his sights. Both FGRs in the points, I ain't seen that for a while. Not since Spain, actually, have both FGRs been in the points. It's been a bit of an up and down season. That's the Grassi making his way back up the order as well after his spin earlier in the race. Hamilton in for his second pit stop. So his good pace was determined by a lighter fuel load. That's why he's able...
laps? Well, that's not going to get him to the end.
Yes, it will. 23 laps to go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. I was confused there. I thought, yeah.
So let's see what Hamilton can do on new tyres. Rejoins, that's behind Grosjean. That's not going to do his chance for victory much good.
How did I think 59 minus 36 was... anyway, whatever.
Mathematics. Now Hamilton going to try the wrong line, going down the hanger straight, and Grosjean going to say, nope, you're going to have to try it a different way. Now that is a lap shake and bake, making his way through. That's Perez. Not quite making his way through on Hamilton. Trying to catch him napping. Make things a bit tricky for him.
Yep, Grosjean shut the door on Hamilton like he was a Jehovah's Witness.
Metaphors by Courtney Cass.
No, that's simile, isn't it? Like a metaphors are similar, because we did that at school, like similes and metaphors, isn't it?
Simile, yeah.
Similes and metaphors, innit, mate?
Meanwhile, Rosberg's just made his final pit stop, and he's rejoined a long way in front of Hamilton. Because here goes Hamilton through on Grosjean, sort of, as they go side by side, but Hamilton has taken the FJR driver. Now here is Ricciardo versus Maldonado. This is for the lead of the race, but they both have to make their final pit stops. So looking good for Rosberg to take his third win of the season, having won at Brazil and Imola.
It feels like he's won more than that.
First 4 races he finished in the top 2. That was a good start to the season for him. Now then, through Brooklands, named after a very old racetrack in the UK.
What's that?
Brooklands. It used to be like this massive oval. And recently, I think it was James May, tried to set a new world record for the longest scale electric track.
Oh, right.
And he did so. He did so, yeah. Longest functioning scale electric track. Watch that, it's quite good. Meanwhile, Ricciardo versus Maldonado through Beckett's. And now through the exit of Beckett's onto Chapel and then onto the hanger straight.
So why do they call maggots though? Bit of grim. Like maybe there was a dead cow or something there when they came to lay the concrete.
Who knows? But through into Stowe, into the lead goes Ricciardo. So he's back in the lead now. But Rosberg will retake the lead once these two make their final pit stops. Ricciardo will be very quick though on his fresh tyres come the end, so there's still some racing to go.
Yeah, that's made it interesting, as that.
Raikkonen's made his second pit stop. He was running 6th. That was a good recovery for him.
Do you know what? He just did the thing that Hamilton was doing earlier. Oh.
Maldonado out! Oh no, both Willows out of the race.
He'd done everything right, poor guy.
I know, unlike Alonso.
Yeah.
That has not worked out well. Now then, all his pit stops have shaped up now. This is 5th place, Raikkonen versus Suttil. That's not been a bad recovery drive from Raikkonen, actually, considering his early spin. Was running in 4th earlier on, so yeah. Let's see if he can get Adrian going into Copse Corner as they start their 45th lap. Yeah, it's a good run, but I don't think it's going to be good enough. Suttil sees him. That's good driving from him.
Does Suttil have to pit one more time, or?
I think he's going through to the end, so that's been a terrific drive from him.
Yeah.
And coming through is Ricciardo to lap the pair of them. And
could be seeing some fireworks here.
yeah, these two should be getting out of the way. And there's Raikkonen getting out of the way, and here's Suttil getting out of the way, sort of. Into Stowe. Yep, that's well, sort of actually, yeah. And round the outside of Suttil tries Raikkonen, but ever the patient, Raikkonen backs out of that one. Somebody was waving a green flag, so somebody had gone off somewhere. Into the pits for his third and final stop comes Ricciardo into his pit box, who are clearly expecting a Mercedes.
I wonder how far I'll be able to go then into the race. How far he's going to be able to go into the race. How far? I wonder how far he managed to get ahead.
Of Rosberg.
Yeah, before he pitted.
Well, Hamilton has gone through, so that's interesting. There's this Sean Connery Motors that was behind him, but it's the laps de Grassi. So here's Rosberg, and he's not pulling away from Hamilton, interestingly. So Hamilton has still got a race win on the agenda. And the two GRMs have tagged each other. Vern hitting the back of Buemi, and Vern rejoining and making a pig's arse of that. So let's see. Yep, just chuntering the back of the other GRM spun as well. So it was going so well for them, and as a result, Degrassi's now up to 7th. And for the first time in this race, a shake and bake is in the points.
Yeah, but does he have to pit another 3 times?
I'd be surprised, because there are only 12 laps to go now. Look at this, Rosberg and Hamilton less than a second apart. And Vettel has got a shot of 7th. He's only just behind Di Grassi.
Ricciardo's not far behind,
7.6 seconds behind at the moment.
If these two start jostling,
then it could be a 3-way scrap for the lead between a Sean Connery Motors and the 2 Tornadoes. Let's see how much Ricciardo will close up on this lap. Then we'll find out if it will be a 3-way dice for the win.
Isn't there a guy called Lin on Tekken 2?
Lee. Oh yeah, no, there could be. Or is it Jin? Who knows? That was very off topic. Meanwhile, Raikkonen has now got past Suttle for 5th position, so both FGRs in the points, and at that rate they will retake 3rd from Willows, who both are out of the race. Tell you what, it's been a good drive from Grosjean. He started 12th on the grid and he's now up to 4th. Not a bad effort from him.
Where did Hamilton start again? Was it 16th?
16th, yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the record is for the lowest grid slot to win, but this one must come close if Hamilton goes through to win.
One record that you haven't memorised.
It's one record I don't actually know. At this rate, Grosjean will take 4th away from Alonso, but if these two... Wow, Ricciardo just took best part 2 seconds out of these two. It's going to be a 3-way scrap for the lead in about 3 laps' time.
Yeah, we'll see.
But let's see what Hamilton can do first of all on Rosberg, and backing out of that one, because the outside... Hamilton has kept trying the outside line going down the hangar straight, and it's just not worked.
He wants to pull a fancy outside move for all the the ladies. He's the party man, forever the party man. This is 2012 Hamilton, remember, in the peak of his playboyness.
Before he moved to Mercedes.
Yeah. Actually, no, maybe not, because he was dating that Atomic Kitten or whatever she was. The shirt singer was she?
The puppy cat dog.
Puppy cat dog, yeah.
Yeah. Through Brooklands goes Rosberg and Hamilton. And through Brooklands goes Ricciardo. Let's see how much he closes on this lap. Out of Woodcote. First time I've said that corner name during this race. And the gap, 1/10 of a second as they start their 10 laps to go. Around the outside...
3.9 seconds.
1.8 seconds out of Rosberg that lap. And the Tornado is clearly the faster car at the moment. Do you know what race is coming up next? And one race which always provides carnage?
Spa?
Hockenheim.
Yeah.
Yes, always carnage. Around the outside again, but that's not going to work.
I don't think Ricciardo's got enough pace to pass if he doesn't get involved in this. He's taking 2 seconds, but look how much time they're losing by jostling with each other. I think his pace is maybe a second a lap.
So you're saying Rosberg...
advantage.
Rosberg's definitely not the quickest out of this lot.
Oh, yeah.
Holding Hamilton up.
But I think through the extra jostling, he's probably losing another second a lap. So I think Ricciardo's pace difference is about a second a lap, which probably isn't going to be enough to overtake them if they're not jostling with each other.
Yeah.
Still pretty impressive that these two have managed to be fighting for the win somehow. Oh, Ricciardo's right there.
This is getting good. So if Sean Connery Motors win, if we're counting Gee Racing, that'll be their 6th win in FF1M, not including Senna's retro win in 1987. But if Hamilton takes Rosberg, or if Ricciardo takes the pair of them, then that will be Tornado's 3rd win in the British Grand Prix.
Wait, did I win here last season?
You did, yes. Yeah.
Oh, I remember you saying at the start now, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't remember that at all.
Once again, the outside line not working for Hamilton. Only won the British Grand Prix once in FF1M, which was with you in the Shake and Bake. What's happening here? The two Tornadoes together. Whoa! Ricciardo nearly shunting into the back of Hamilton. That would not have gone down well with the Northamptonshire/Buckinghamshire crowd, because the circuit's actually in 2 counties.
Oh yeah.
Now
was it actually in 2 counties? I thought it was next to one.
It's in 2 counties.
Yeah, right.
I think Donington's actually in 2 counties as well. That's in Leicestershire and Derbyshire.
You learn something new every day.
So now Hamilton is under pressure from Ricciardo.
Oh, go on, Danny.
Good traction out of that corner.
I don't think it's necessarily a tornado thing, that traction. I think just that line is better through that corner for some reason. Because I can't remember what car it was doing and what, but like about 20 laps ago,
It probably was Hamilton on one of the Pedersens.
No, it wasn't a tornado. It was just before Maldonado retired. I was going to say somebody got a load of traction out of that corner again. I was thinking, maybe it's the line that they're taking rather than...
Right, what's going to happen here? Because Ricciardo has now got the inside line going into Stowe, but Hamilton using the slipstream. Look at that! Yes. What a move from Ricciardo on Hamilton. And I thought Hamilton was going to hang on, and now into club corner. No. Ricciardo is going to spin.
Oh, you do!
He has thrown that away, and now it's Rosberg and Hamilton once again. He was doing so well as well.
Just got a little bit excited there. A rush of the blood to the head, or somewhere.
Yep. Hamilton has gone wide at Priory, and he's going to have his own little spin. Gone off the track. Now Rosberg has got a big lead.
Uncharacteristic error, that.
Both Tornadoes making mistakes.
So I think this is probably...
Unless you reckon Rosberg moved a bit under braking. Who knows?
I didn't see it, yeah.
We may see replays. So now the Tornadoes are back together once again. I think Hamilton thought, damn, Ricciardo spun. And thought, I might have an off. Because I was enjoying the battle there.
Doubt it.
I strongly doubt that as well. So now Rosberg has got nearly 5 seconds over the battling Tornadoes. Ricciardo clearly the quicker of the two. And now he's going to try the incorrect line down Hanger Straight. Hamilton's shutting the door firmly, which I think he's right to do.
Team orders now, surely.
Team orders or a bit of friendly fire. Not quite, it's going into club corner.
4.8 seconds, 6 laps left. Like I said, I only think he's got about a second advantage a lap over Rosberg.
Now we have got telemetry. Let's see if they are taking bridge flat out. As they go through this sharp right.
Easy peasy.
Not bad. So it's flat out.
Did you notice how on the telemetry, when he went under the bridge, it cut out? That's really cool.
That's interesting, that.
It's a really cool little coding nuance, that.
That's a bit of traction out of the final corner. Not quite this time, but it's got a good slipstream going into Copse corner. They took half a second out of Rosberg. At that rate, that's not enough.
Yeah.
So Rosberg looking quite comfortable now. All of a sudden.
Maybe team orders the other way around now for the championship, but there's no team orders allowed in FF1M.
I'm not sure if team orders exists.
Yeah, exactly.
Although Mitchell did play that quite well at one point. Now the inside is Ricciardo and Hamilton. That's second place for Ricciardo. Now, has he got enough speed to catch up Rosberg with 6 laps to go?
No, unless he gets held up in traffic, but there's a bunch of cars between him and Rosberg anyway, isn't there? So.
Yes, including
Oh, hold on a
Degrassi.
minute.
Now that's team.
Hold on a
That's
minute.
team orders. That's Degrassi trying to unlap himself.
Oh, this could end in tears.
That could indeed. Wow, 2.6 seconds. So that was 1.8 seconds out of Rosberg in that lap. So Rosberg struggling with his tyres,
Struggling with summit.
struggling with his teammate
Yeah.
and Vettel. And now here's Ricciardo, and here's Degrassi trying to unlap himself once again into Stowe corner. He's got him. He's unlapped himself, and now Vettel is going to try and do the same thing on him, but didn't get quite a good run out of Stowe corner. If Rosberg hangs on, that will be Sean Connery Motors / Guy Racing's first win since Timo Glock in the 2005 season. Famous one because he shunted Barrichello into a roll just as he was winning, which was brilliant.
that was hilarious.
Who's this? Is this Vettel on Rosberg? I
Yep.
think it is, yep. And this has not been a good lap for the German driver. He needs this one. If he wins, he retakes a championship lead over Hamilton, who sits in third position at the moment. And good traction again. Well, there is Ricciardo.
God, oh my. He's done him out of 4 seconds in 2 laps.
Yes,
So much for my bold prediction there.
that Rosberg was going to hang on.
Yeah.
And now Ricciardo's going to try and put a lap on Vettel.
Oh, come on, Seb, let him out of the way.
Should see Seb Jink to the right here. And there you go, Rosberg's had a poor exit out of Chapel. And now look at Ricciardo. He's going to move to the inside line into Stowe corner. And Ricciardo has retaken the lead of the
Easy peasy.
race. Now that was very well judged there from Ricciardo.
Oh,
And now Vettel... Well, let's have a look at the move again. Because with a few laps to go, there Vettel moves out of the way. And then Ricciardo uses the slipstream to maximum effect. And there we go. Good fight back after his shunt with the other shake and bake of Perez.
Is this going to be Ricciardo's first win?
Let's check the season before. Once Vettel sweeps past to unlap himself, so now Rosberg has got the other... And
Are you
Rosberg...
sure that wasn't Vettel on... Oh, no, you're right, yeah.
What has happened there? Rosberg has just lost second position to Hamilton. Rosberg taking a
awful.
very ginger line coming into club corner, and that has completely... Well, he's ruined that.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll blame
Yeah.
Vettel for that, but he's only got himself to blame, to be honest.
Absolute Bottleberg.
Through Brooklands now, here's Daniel Ricciardo, and now into the 2 Luffields. This will indeed be his first win once he negotiates this one. And we have our 6th different winner. Daniel Ricciardo takes his first ever FF1M win.
That was a good race, that.
Thoroughly deserved that. And second place will be Lewis Hamilton. So a Tornado 1-2, like in Barcelona, but it's Hamilton who sits second behind his teammate.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. That was good. Hold
And-
on a minute. Why is it showing my guy?
Is this
you
Sergio Perez who's
absolute
crunched
muppet.
into
That's
the wall?
coming out of your paycheck, you son of a bitch.
That's out of 14th place. So, there is the result. Ricciardo from Hamilton, Rosberg in third, having thrown away second place right at the dying moments. Grosjean and Raikkonen, both FJRs in the points. Good result for them, especially after Raikkonen's mishap in the early stages, and Suttil points for him again in the Andrew F1. Degrassi and Vettel complete the top 8. And key retirements, both Willows and Button, the first retirement, and the other Brit, Sam Bird, 15th, and was last before Perez had his crash. So what does that do for the championship? Well, Lewis Hamilton will extend his lead over Nico Rosberg. He's now got a 6-point gap over the Sean Connery Motors driver. Vettel holds on to third position, but he has got Romain Grosjean nibbling away, and now Daniel Ricciardo. And if he gets his act together, Fernando Alonso. Kimi Raikkonen's moved up the order a little bit after his 5th position. ahead of Degrassi and Adrian Sutton.
I'm afraid that's another race that Alonso should have won.
Yes. He had Ricciardo in his sights.
Very
And
far.
Tornadoes 1-2 moves them 18 points clear of Sean Corrie Motors now. And FJR are actually third. They have 47 points. Quite lonely now, but you never know. Willows could still threaten their position. They're on 38 points. Shake and Bake
Probably
fifth.
won't.
Shake and Bake and Andrew F1 tied for 5th position in the championship.
Yeah.
And completing the runners, Pedersen after their non-finish, AJ, Mitchell, GRM and Horizon. Poor old GRM, they could have had a double points finish.
That would be very valuable. Could have taken Heather Mitchell. Well, probably wouldn't have done that.
Could have pulled away from Horizon.
Yeah.
Well, that was an exciting race at Silverstone, decided in the last few laps. Next up, we will surely be witnessing another carnage-ridden race at Hockenheim.
You are right. I do remember all the carnage from the previous ones. So looking forward to this one.
Yep, we could have another new winner yet. Stay tuned and see you soon.